Pests are a persistent threat to the health and yield of soft fruit, vegetable, or cannabis crops. AmblyForce A predatory mites offer a direct biological solution to control these populations before they damage your harvest. We are going to cover the precise application steps for both delivery formats, the 1-liter loose tube and the slow-release sachets. If you are using the tube method, there is one non-negotiable first step. The product must be left out until it reaches room temperature before you begin. For growers who need to keep their foliage completely free of debris, you will also want to gather a set of universal release boxes, or URBs, and a small scoop. Selecting the right delivery method for your specific environment and preparing your materials correctly sets the baseline for a self-sustaining biological defense system. Step 1 for the tube method: hold your room temperature tube completely horizontal. Roll the tube gently back and forth. This motion evenly distributes the carrier material and the mites inside. Do not shake the tube vigorously. These are living organisms, and aggressive shaking will cause physical trauma that kills the mites before they ever reach your plants. Once mixed, pop off the top lid, carefully remove the internal filter paper, and securely snap the lid back into place. Give the sealed tube a few more gentle horizontal rotations to ensure the contents remain evenly mixed after opening. Now, move to the treatment area. Hold the tube over your crop foliage and gently tap the side, sprinkling the carrier material and the mites directly onto the leaves. When the tube is empty, tuck it into the branches of the treatment area and leave it there for a full 24 hours. This gentle mixing sequence and the strict 24-hour waiting period ensures that every surviving mite successfully exits the container and deploys into the plant canopy. If your crop requires completely clean foliage, you will use the universal release box method to keep the carrier debris off your plants. First, hang the empty URB securely from a sturdy branch on the plant. Using a small scoop, transfer the mixed product from the tube directly into the hanging box. This visual shows the strict fill limit. You must only fill the box to 1/3 of its capacity. Adhering to this 1/3 rule provides the mites the necessary physical space to crawl up the inside walls, exit the box, and begin hunting. For the slow-release sachet method, start by gently tearing the packets apart. Only tear along the perforated seams to avoid puncturing the paper. Hang the sachet directly on the plant, positioning it as close to the main stem as possible. This diagram illustrates a fatal placement error, laying the sachets flat on wet substrate. Moisture from the ground wicks into the paper, causing rapid mold growth that destroys the breeding mites inside. You must also avoid exposing the hanging sachets to direct overhead irrigation. While the sachets are water-resistant, protecting their internal microenvironment from ground moisture and direct soaking allows them to function as highly efficient, long-term mite hatcheries. To determine exactly how many sachets you need, evaluate the physical density of your specific plant canopy. This diagram shows the mites' migration pathway. Because they cannot fly, they rely entirely on overlapping or physically touching leaves to travel from plant to plant. If your crop is dense, a single sachet will protect multiple plants, provided the canopy remains fully connected. Sparse crops pose a barrier. Empty space stops their movement completely. If your canopies do not touch, you must hang exactly 1 sachet on every individual plant. Treating your crop as a connected transit network rather than individual pots dictates both the success and the cost efficiency of your sachet application. By executing these exact steps, your AmblyForce A mites are successfully deployed and actively hunting in the canopy. If you used the sachet method, the contents will maintain a continuous, active breeding and release cycle for 4 to 5 weeks. Your crop is now protected by a constantly active, self-replenishing biological defense force. As your plants grow, remember to maintain safe, targeted irrigation practices that keep water away from the biological material. Executing these deployment methods correctly transforms a vulnerable crop into a proactive, naturally defended ecosystem. To review further documentation on our complete line of biological controls, visit greenmethods.com.